Good day, everyone. So, as promised, this is a new video recording that will act as a supplement for the discussion yesterday because we weren't able to discuss everything. So, this is a more complete walkthrough of the WordPress website editing experience that you can use in doing your projects. Here I have a fresh WordPress install. So Cerdefa guides .sidlock webdev.com and the admin here, which we can go to by appending wp-admin, which is the WordPress dashboard. So let's begin by going to appearance and let's just go first with the to the plugin section and install Elementor. As we have discussed yesterday, Elementor is a more powerful UI editor for WordPress. So you can use it by going to plugins, click add plugin, and in this search bar, search for the Elementor component or plugin. This is it, the icon in magenta with the letter E icon, and click install now. So after a few seconds, that should be done. And as we have discussed also yesterday, installing it doesn't mean you can use it. You have to click on activate. So you have to activate a plugin before you can use it after installing it. Then let's just log in here. You can use just your Google account. I'm already logged in, that's why my email is here. So I'll click connect so that we will have an account with Elementor. Then who are you building for? Let's just go through this onboarding. Just say myself. Then what is the site about? Just click small to medium business. Then here, experience with Elementor, just getting started. Then let's just click Hello Biz here. Then continue with this theme. Continue with free. Just leave the default ones and let it set up the plugin and some default design. But we will select another design later. So I click the start with a blank site. It will drop you here in a blank page. I'll leave the Elementor 7. We don't want to do that right now. Let's just set up the design first. Click exit WordPress and this W. Then this is the default Elementor theme that we selected, Hello Biz. Let's just click that and click begin setup. Let it set it up. Let's wait for a few seconds. Then after that, click on finish setup. So after clicking finish setup, it will allow you to select a website template. So as this fictional startup sample that I am creating is about tour guide search web application. Let's just select here the first one. Click that. Then although you have other options, you can click there. Then click apply and apply all. Let it download the some of the files that it uses and set it up again. Just wait for a few seconds. So this is the speed of this depends on not just your internet connection, but also with the number of requests Elementor is currently handling. So it might slow down or it might even fail. You just need to redo the process and reinstall it again until it becomes successful. So as it says, you don't close this window because it will sometimes incomplete. It will not complete the process, and you might end up with a website that is not functioning. So just leave it doing its thing, and when it's successful, it will present you this screen. And if you want to test, just go back to the main URL and reload that. As you can see here, we have a new template that our website is using. So we can click here, customize my site, so that we can do some preliminary changes. For example, here we have the things that we can change: the font, the colors, pub icon. Icon is this icon at the top, the site logo, and the site name. So let's just go with the site logo for now. Click that, and it will present a screen that you can upload your site logo here. So I'll click that, and I have here a prepared logo. I'll just drag it, then select and save changes. To see that it applied, just reload here. So there's another feature that I want to discuss. As you can see, because the size is too large, um, uh, we have to resize this. So previously, we have to have an image editing software or hand this to a graphic designer. But for simple edits, thankfully, WordPress have a simple editor that we can use. For example, when we click that logo that we uploaded, you can see here a link that says edit image. So here we have a scale. So you can use this, click that, and you can resize your image. So let's just do 128 here. Then back and select. And let's just save the change and reload this. As you can see, we have a properly sized logo here. So now that is done, let's just go to the home page and edit some of the text to see how we can edit the content. So click here and exit WordPress, then click, we are here in the dashboard. So click on the pages. So how do we go to the home page? Here on the pages, you can see the list of pages that we have created. Just look for the one with the front page tag in the beside the title. So that's our home page. Then click Edit Element with Elementor. So this will load, and like yesterday, we discovered that just clicking here, you can edit the contents. So I have prepared here some text that we can use to make this more presentable. So you can paste that, and I also have a title here, there. So to see that it work, Let's click publish and let's wait for it. So let's just refresh. And as you can see, the content was updated. So next, let's just edit some images. So let's click here. And as you can see, we have four images. So we can delete this or add. So by adding, just click this pencil, then add to gallery. Then I have here also a prepared image, which I've downloaded from Unsplash. We discussed this also yesterday that this is where you can download high quality images. So you're just concerned now that your image is the same height and size because if, for example, it's different height, sometimes it will not match. So like this is example. So add to gallery, then insert. So as you can see, that's the image I added. So this is a uh, image scroller, but right now it's not scrolling, but you can drag it, and here is the image that I uploaded. So as you can see, it's not, sometimes it staggers like that. So make sure that you edit your image and make it the same width and height so that it's better here. Or sometimes you can leave it like that because it's sometimes it's random size. It brings more um, life to the scroller. So it depends on your preferences. So to make this automatically scroll, beside the image carousel, there's another collapsible menu here or dialog. Just click on autoplay and speed. You can modify this. For example, you see that it's scrolling right now. Maybe do this like 2000. I think it's in seconds. So 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. See, it scrolls now. So you can edit all the other sections here and change the image. So, like so. You can also, for example, if you don't need this, you can delete. You can move things around. For example, you can drag this up, simple like that here. So that will put that in there, that section above, and edit this. So you can edit all the content here or delete or move things around. So let's just save that. And yesterday we wanted to put the menu here, the about, contact us, or services and destination pages. So as you can see, let's do that. Let's go first to the pages section again. And as you can see, we have the default pages that the template brings with it, about, contact, destination. So to put a menu here, let's just go to appearance and menus. See appearance, menus. Then as you can see here, we don't have the menus yet. So all the pages earlier are here. So to put it here, just click add to menu, select and add to menu, and the destinations will be here. Let's try that. Save and reload. And as you can see, once it reloads, the destinations menu item will appear here. We have to, while the primary menu is selected, we have to specify where it appears. For example, here we want it to appear on the header. So just save that and click on Save Menu. Let's wait it for it to finish, then reload again. So all the pages that you have will be listed here. So for example, right now, we added, as you can see, the destinations appeared here. So let's add the other two, about and contact, add to menu, and save. So we'll reload, and as you can see, those menu items will be added here. So about contact. You can also move things around. For example, we want the about to be in the first position, so you just bring that up, save menu. So see, um, about should be moved at the next at the first position. See, you can also put things under if you want the destination to appear below about if the team supports it. You can just move it to the side so that it's under the about in hierarchy. Save. Let's see. But this is if the team supports it. Let's see. If it does not, there are teams that support that or plugins you can install so that the menu can be a mega menu or here. So it worked. So it's under the about. But let's just put that back and save. So another so all the pages that you created will appear here and you have to add. For example, to prove that, let's go back to the pages and let's just create a blank page as an example. So if you want to edit the about page that goes here, just click on about and you can edit it like the way we edited the home page. For example, about, click edit with Elementor, and the page that goes here in the about will be appearing here, and you can edit it uh, like the way we edit our home page. So you can upload image, edit the text, and move things around or delete sections. But for now, what we wanted to um, do is add a page so that we can see that if we can add it to the menu. So click here, add page. So we are on the pages section. Click on the add page. Then let's just a blank title. You can type your content here, and this is important. But let's not. This was supposed to be. You can select the design. Simple. Type as simple. So let's just add a blank one. So you can add contents here like a normal document, then add components. For example, clicking the plus button, you can add tables, paragraph, title, headings, list, an image gallery, and all these things. Just explore it. But for now, we'll just add a blank page. Then we'll try adding this to the menu. So let's go back in the appearance, menus. Then as you can see, the blank is here now. And click it and add to menu. It's there. Save menu. Or let's add it before the contact. Because normally the contact page is the last item on the navigation page. So just reload. See, but it's not saved on the correct position. Let's the same again. It's the previous one. Let's save. Let's wait for a few moments. and reload the site by clicking it here. And as you can now see, the blank is here. So that's it for the basic editing. You just create pages and edit it and add it to the menu. So that's very simple. That and showcase the power of WordPress in creating websites. So how about the color? Let's move to that. As we had discussed earlier, you just go to the Hello Biz and Home. And the same way we created or added the logo by clicking here. You have the site colors here and the fonts. So site colors, let's just do a quick edit. Let's click that. And for example, the things you can see here is the light uh, or the secondary. Let's do this. So this color is all these things. So for example, let's do that as I copy this first so that I can replace it again. So like that, then save, then reload. See, it changes now. So it's very easy to change the site color. You edit it. And the same for the font. For example, outside. Let's go back again to Hello Biz. Then the site fonts. As you can see here, it displays the type of fonts you have. For example, for headers, you have this. So to change it, just select it and the primary font will be shown here and you just edit it. For example, I do Inter and it will apply like that. So it will reload this. So as you can see, it's now the other font that is selected here. But let's just replace it again. Is Quattro Centro and reload. So there, that's basically it, the things that I wanted to show, and you can follow it. So I will be uploading it so you can view it and create some of your hands-on project that you will present. So one thing that I wanted to say is just you can because we are using the my account here to add. Just go to the users and add your own user here and make it an administrator so that you can have your own password and use that to log in because I will delete the current password so that we won't be hacked because we are sharing the same um, password and username. So the list again of the ones who have a subdomain we have on the previous recording. I'll just ask for that from the SIDLAC team, and also if there's a few participants that also wanted to have their own website subdomain. I think I have provisions for a few more, and ask for the SIDLAC team for that. You can request it to me, and also I will extend the life of these subdomains to 1 year instead of just 1 month so that you can have enough time to develop your project. And I think after 1 year, you can have your own because you have validated your idea, you have a few um, customers, hopefully, and by that time, you can have your own website. So that's just another service that we wanted to give to you. So to give you more time to have a sandbox. So that's it. So I wanted to thank you again for having me as a speaker or instructor for this course. I hope this discussion has been really useful to you. So the Sidlak team will forward me some of your, or if you have questions, and thank you again. I just end this recording for